If you're like me and you're incredibly busy all of the time, you need some high performance tools for your personal jobs. I was given this by a friend called Tim, and it's a 4-volt screwdriver, and I was like, 4 volts, is it going to do much? Turns out it does. It's a brilliant piece of kit. So yeah, Skil, not affiliated anyway with you, but yeah, if you want to send me some tools, I'll definitely give them a go. Now, it's a brand that I've heard of, in the background for a while, but really, I don't know anything about them at all. I mean, I use DeWalt tools. I've got the same DeWalt drill driver for the last 22 years. I'm not lying about that, and I use it still pretty much daily. It's been a great one. So I've never really had the need to shift to something else. However, this thing is a total game changer. So it's a 4 volts device, which sounds totally weedy, and I felt the same. I was like, yeah, 4 volts. It's got a USB micro, I want to say, is it micro, mini? The old USB anyway, not USB-C. I mean, that would be my only gripe with it, is that I wish it was USB-C. It's a really flimsy wire, in that it's just only a charge wire, but it's okay. It feels plasticky, but it does the job. And it came with this set of tools, which actually are quite good. You've got your various selections of the posi drive and a couple of Torx and things like that. But this little pilot drill bit, I actually found myself using it quite a lot. I've not used a pilot drill bit on an electric screwdriver for a long time, and I wish I had it actually. I found in my late father's house my first electric screwdriver that was in this format. It was a Black & Decker one where it had a rocker switch on the top to go forward and backwards, and it did come with pretty much a similar kit like this. So it was kind of common to have this hex based pilot drill bit. So I'll go through the features of it, but before I start on the features, I want to start on the gripe. These tools are really good, right? But this is a really annoying format to have, and I just wish they could have just upped the budget just a tiny bit, because I'm not sure exactly how much this is, but I do believe it's a budget thing. Because, again, 22-year-old DeWalt set comes in something like that. It's just so much more practical when you're working, and you can just keep it in your pocket. When you throw this in your pocket, you're in danger of some of these things stabbing you, especially if you've got the extension out and that's floating loose. So this was always a great thing. If you're watching, just copy something like that. And what's really nice, you just can leave it on the counter and have your selection wherever you need. And that extension bit, you're like, yeah, it lives in the spine. Speak to the old friends at DeWalt, they'll probably let you have plastic moulding for that. So, forwards, backwards. Now, something that's neat, light comes on when you just tap it. So I do use it as a torch a little bit, just trying to find where that screw hole is. But it stays on. It stays on for a few moments, and that is absolutely brilliant. So just give it a quick tap, and then just, you can use that as a torch, and it just lingers long enough to really help you. So I really love that. That's a bit of intelligence there. You can see here there's an electric symbol. That's because if you press this button, it's actually got a power detector. We've got a lot going on here that radiates. Watch. And that works super well. Again, it's quite general. I'm not entirely sure. I know the coil for picking it up is here, but it works. It's not precise, can we say? So, but it just definitely helps. You can see a bit of paint on there. That's me definitely splattering around on it. And I'll just read here: 4 volts lithium rechargeable screwdriver, and it's a lithium ion 6 watt hours. Now you're thinking, 6 watt hours, what does that get you in terms of real usage time? I've used this for a couple of days on the trot, and I still don't know how much charge is left in it. They just seem to go on, and I just have no idea how it does it. I mean, we're so used to things needing quite frequent charging. 4 volts, nothing computes. Nothing computes at all. So I'm going to try now to hold this to see. See, I can stop it now. Maybe that's how you know if it's running out of charge. But there's plenty of torque there. I want to say, when you're using it, it's not as powerful as the drill driver, clearly. And when it does actually, I think, get to a torque limit, it stops and it flashes or something. I'm pretty sure it lets you know, which is quite cool. And another nice feature of it is, look, say you're using it, right, that's your normal use. if you want to, you can definitely turn the handle as well, and you just use it like a regular screwdriver. And the size of this handle is actually quite similar to a regular one, but a little bit fatter, so you get a really good amount of torque on it. So no matter what job you're doing, you can do the job. And I'm talking putting in self-tappers into metal. But look at that, not bad. It's only 1 speed. Again, not too bothered with that. Something was quite useful with it though. I had a flooded kitchen, and I had to get into undo a screw right behind a bracket. That obviously that bracket had been fitted before the countertops, so I was able to, at arm's length, and you have to visualize me stretching my arm's length right in a very awkward position. That is very doable, because no matter which orientation you've got it, that collar can still be accessed. So you know, sometimes you're just on your back, arms outstretched, tip barely in the screw, and it's trying to cam over, and then it works. So yeah, it's just an amazing bit of kit. It's just blown my mind how useful it is, and I'm ever so grateful for actually having it, because we literally had so many of this sort of crappy jobs turn up where this thing is just the solution. This is the answer you've been looking for. So if you are in the market for an electric screwdriver that seems to just do the job as being a really good electric screwdriver, not a drill, just an electric screwdriver, I think there's plenty worse you could be doing than buying this. So just go out and think about buying one of these. Comments down below on what's the best price in your area. I would hazard a guess that this would be sub £30. Maybe even, I don't know if it could be £20. That USB lead was a bit thin, maybe 25. Anyway, as ever, thank you for watching. And before I sign off totally, I know there'll be people going, well, you haven't really done much screwing with it, have you? So I was thinking about charging it up before this test, but I thought, no, this has been 2+ days constant use since its last charge, and I'm going to see how it'll fare trying to put this regular screw through a bit of ply into another bit of ply, which is rather nicely faced actually. I kind of wish I knew where that was from. Doesn't look like the type of material most kitchen cupboards are made out of these days. So let's pop that there, pop that there. Let's get it first. So I think it's through the first bit of ply now. So this is the kind of thing to expect. Oh, it's fighting. It's doing it. Yeah, you see, wow, geez, that's hot. It was struggling a little bit, and I'm blowing away. Think how much charge could be left in this thing. Look at that. It would have pulled that head through if I kept going. You know, it's a fighter. It's definitely a fighter. Oh yeah. No problem.